I came across this show called Shogun. The show has all the good elements: politics, action, strong characters, memorable dialogues, which I cannot repeat because I can't speak Japanese. But what attracted me the most was Japanese style of beauty in its simplicity. I got hooked and I searched on YouTube to know more about Japan and its culture. Then again, I came across this man's channel. Chris Broad, not the cricketer. He is an English teacher who moved to Japan, then he turned into a successful YouTuber. He covers everything about Japan and presents them in his typical British humor. If you have seen his videos, you'd know he tried ramen many times at many places. This dish looks simple, but it appealed to me a lot. So I did what I do every time. Looked for the best place to eat it in Kolkata. But since I'm his fan, I tried both English breakfast, his native country dish, and ramen, his adopted country dish. Early morning, my wife, son and I went to this place, Calcutta 64 in Salt Lake. From the outset, this cafe or restaurant looks like a spot made for the youths. There are many books in open shelves for you to read. There was also a guitar. I guess if you know how to play, they will let you. There is sufficient space to accommodate many hungry customers. The portraits on the wall are mostly inspired by Frida Kahlo. The cafe looks cool. Let's focus on the art of food. A typical full English breakfast menu includes bacon, sausages, eggs, tomatoes, mushrooms, and black pudding. Baked beans, hash browns, and bread, either toast or fried, are also frequently added. This is what they served. As you can see, there is a twist in their English breakfast. Instead of bacon, they served chicken ham. They also served complimentary drinks. They didn't have juice, so they offered me coffee. Mushroom and black pudding were missing. I don't think I would have eaten black pudding anyways. I'm not sure how many eggs are there. I didn't ask. Maybe 2. And also they didn't ask me how I would like my eggs, so they served me this half fried, half poached. I guess I trusted the chef to know better. Now let's try. Skip the sad looking tomato. Went for the sausage first because they looked the best. Your typical sausages, not too thick, not too thin, soft and less crispy. Had to try the baked beans. Tomato puree beans. I always hated it. I don't know why no one changes the recipe. Use barbecue sauce or put onion or garlic. Do something. Ham and sandwich goes hand in hand. Trying it alone seemed odd, but it was soft, smoked. Double tick. No complaint here. The half and half egg. It had thicker layer. Definitely more than one egg. The yolk and the white didn't mix. I could taste them separately. Interesting. Well balanced, I guess. I was looking forward to taste the hash brown because I had one in Vietnam McDonald's in 2017. I loved it then and never had it since. I wasn't disappointed with what I had now, but the McD was better. Let's fast forward to a few days ago when my friend and I went to another place for English breakfast, the Biker's Cafe. After you open the door, you will be greeted by a stationary bike. The walls of the cafe are dedicated to bikes. The bar counter is beside the kitchen, overlooking the sitting area, luring you to order something of which you will have hangover the next day. The ceiling is decorated by flags of foreign countries. I guess the country cuisine they serve or the countries with respectable football team. This place must be a good place to be during a match day. This is a premium cafe. The prices are premium too, but you pay for the experience, not just for the food. The menu has lots of varieties from different parts of the world. There is also a respectable bar menu comprising of good looking cocktails. Meet my friend Prosenjit, who is always late. It was his wish to try English breakfast and my duty to guide him. I have not eaten the authentic English breakfast, but this really comes close. Minus the black pudding of course. 4 medium-sized sausages, bacons, saute mushroom. Help me God, why the baked beans again? Tomato to just look at. Crispy hash brown. 3 eggs sunny side up as per instruction. Brown bread toast and butter. I have never seen anyone buttering the toast end to end as expertly as he did. With one bite, the toastiness of bread started the tasting on a high note. He thought about the fork but decided to eat the sausage with hand like a pro. He could decide he liked it or not because the bacons were too distracting. So he took matters at hand and tried one. Impressive. Mushrooms. Fork found its way finally. Oh, come on. Take 2. It was okay. Nothing special. Now the taste buster baked beans. He liked them. Good for him. The much hyped golden brown hash brown. He was eating it with fork and knife like proper British. The hype lived up to its expectation. The 3 sunny sides up. The layers were thin, easy to slice through, easily melted in his mouth. So the verdict is, first bite of each item where money is worth. Now I should excuse him to eat them peacefully. I didn't have English breakfast, I had chicken sausage wrapped in bacon. Honestly, the flavor of bacon was overpowering the chicken. Note to self, never to eat 2 different meats together. You can guess which English breakfast won. Kolkata 64 was good, no doubt you should try it, but the Biker's Cafe had more varieties and the presentation does matter. Okay, back to earlier timeline. For ramen, I selected this Japanese restaurant in Hindustan Park. So yum. Not a big restaurant but a cozy space. Simple looking, low chairs and tables, plant popping up from here and there. It has open kitchen, wallpaper on the wall with Japanese product advertisement. All in all, tried to create a little Japan experience. The first item to arrive was chicken katsu, which is chicken cutlet. The yellow paste is Japanese mayo. The black liquid is sweet sour sauce. I dipped in mayo first. The katsu itself was tasty, crunchy and soft, not spicy. Something my son was too eager to taste only if I let him have one. I'm not a monster, of course I gave him. I tried it with black sauce, works well with it too. This appetizer was accompanied by royal, which is pineapple, mosambi, mint and lime freshly squeezed together. Next up is chicken and coriander dim sum, served with chili pepper oil and chili oil. Neither which interests me, only the dim sum I cared about. Remember in a previous video I mentioned that I am on a quest to find the best dim sum or momo or dumpling. My wife reminded me to be careful because I am in a habit of putting insane hot dim sum in my mouth. So I obliged, I blew, counted 1 to 5, then took a bite. With the first bite, it felt alright. Very soft skin, as it should be. Bit spicy, not soupy. I tried the chili pepper oil, didn't make any difference to the taste. Next, I tried the chili oil. This certainly should be avoided. My recommendation is eat it without any oil. Is this the best I had? No, but good enough. Now the main reason I came here for. Ramen. I ordered 2 types of ramen. Pork miso ramen and Tantanmen pork ramen, which is creamy. I don't like the fishy taste of dried seaweed, so I told them to give it separately. First, I tried the pork miso ramen. The noodle was thin and melted in my mouth. I wanted to taste the broth because the smell was really good. It was mild, smooth and soothing. The pork was really good, fatty, succulent. Now the creamy ramen. This noodle was thin as well, but the creamy texture reduced the taste. The broth didn't have any taste. It lacked saltiness. But the pork tasted good though. As you can see, the miso broth was runny, the creamy ramen was oily and fell flat in taste. Luckily, I was having the miso and my wife had the creamy one. I had a great time eating my pork miso ramen. Clearly the winner. This ramen was well balanced. It had enough noodles, pork, egg and light broth to fill my stomach. This is definitely I am going to eat once again. I finished the day with a visit to Victoria Memorial, a landmark of Kolkata. Everything on that day was very calming. Even it rained later in the evening. At the end, I would like to say nothing I showed today tasted bad. Taste is subject to preference which differs person to person. So do try all of this at these 3 restaurants.